Now we're going to look at the directory traversal vulnerability. Go to WebGoat A1 injection and click Path Traversal. We can see real quick what is a Path Traversal vulnerability. Basically, exploiting such a vulnerability may lead to accessing files outside the application's folder. And we have an example here. Suppose the website displays some file that can be accessed with a URL like this one. And let's assume the attacker is interested in reading etc password. To exploit this vulnerability, you must try to walk the file system by prepending a sequence of .. Of course, this is a very simple use case. Most of the times we will deal with web application firewalls that block such easy attacks. But there are ways around it, as you'll find out if you dive in. For the purpose of this course, let's skip ahead to step 5. The challenge is to find a file called Path Traversal secret. And the UI shows us a button that loads a picture below it. We can click a bunch of times on the Show Random Cat Picture button to confirm that it actually does what it says. Let's see what our burp history contains now. Notice the request to the random picture endpoint. This is the request sent when we click the button. Note in the length column the different size of the responses, as they were different images returned. Now let's look at an actual response. The server responds with a location header that points to an interesting URL ending in id=9.jpg. The location header tells the browser to redirect to the specified URL. Let's send this request to the repeater so we can mess around with it. I'm going to switch to the repeater tab and issue the request. Note that this time the server redirects to a URL with id=2.jpg. Let's edit our request to match this redirect by appending id=2.jpg and send the request. And we get a 404 not found error. Why is this happening? First, look again at the return location header. It has the extension added 2 times. So the server must be automatically adding the extension. So we could just remove ours. But another interesting thing is happening here. When the server doesn't find a file, it returns the directory listing. The pictures seem to be located in Path Traversal/cats folder. So let's try to get a directory listing for one folder above it, the Path Traversal folder. We just add a .. before the parameter value. And we get a different response, 400 bad request, and a descriptive message suggesting there is some kind of whitelisting happening for the ID parameter, or the slash is breaking the request. To get around this, we can URL encode the .. Select it, open the context menu, go to Convert Selection, URL, and encode all characters. Now issue the request. And we get a 404 not found again, which is good this time, and the directory listing. We don't see our target file, so let's add another .. I'm just gonna copy and paste the URL encoded version. And that's it, there's our target file called Path Traversal secret.jpg. For the sake of completeness, let's actually pull the file. We need to change our ID to .. Path Traversal secret. And remember to remove the extension. and we get a 200 OK. Nice.